I'm here at AfricaCom talking to Omar Trujillo, who's the VP Latin America and Africa for O3B Networks. Omar, you've had a couple of product announcements at the show. The first of these is O3B Cell. What is O3B Cell?
O3B Cell is O3B's response to the challenge that operators, mobile operators have at this time around the world to backhaul rural sites for 3G and 4G. Traditionally, that has been done using satellite technology, but due to the latency demands of 3G and 4G, and due to the reduction on the ARPU in order to provide services for the huge data demand for 3G, satellite is challenged now and is not the ideal solution, or traditional satellites. In our case, we can provide a solution that allows the customers to, on one side, have a technically sound solution using our platform, and on the other hand, close the business case and be profitable when providing services.
Do I hear you saying it's cheaper because of the demands of the rural business case?
It is cheaper because of the way that we have designed our system. O3B is a constellation of satellites, and all of the satellites are equal. So we achieve economies of scale by building a number of identical satellites. At this point we are financed for 12, but we can grow beyond that. And we also launched several satellites at the same time. We launched 4 satellites at the same time, so we reduce significantly the costs of launching. So cheaper satellites, cheaper launch translates into a cheaper cost per megahertz delivered, or cheaper cost per megabit that we can pass to our customers, the operators, and therefore they will have a business case that is suitable for this type of solution, for this type of application.
And the second product that you've launched at the show is O3B Energy. What's that?
O3B Energy is a product focusing on the oil and gas and mining industry. What we have at O3B is a lot of megahertz, and we can carry a lot of throughput in our system with a low latency. And when talking with the oil and gas companies around the world and the service providers to that industry, we've seen that the demand for throughput is growing at a fast pace, and also the latency is becoming a big issue. They want to run a lot of cloud applications, interactive applications that are very sensitive to delay, and they don't have an answer for that.
Particularly for things like
in remote areas.
For things like offshore rigs.
Rigs, vessels. In the case of vessels, it's the worst actually of all, because they cannot provide communications via terrestrial means to them or via satellite. They have gigabits of capacity there. The way they do that, they transmit or send information back to the headquarters when they are analyzing data that the vessels are collecting, is using helicopters that come every 2 days or 3 days to take some tapes back to whatever the centers where they're analyzing this data. So it's a significant delay that costs them millions of dollars. We can provide links of 100, 200, 300 megabits to those vessels and enable that communication.
So when's the O3B service going to be up and running? Because it's been a long time coming.
So since we got fully financed for the system, and we raised $1.3 billion, all the assembly of the satellites and the whole schedule for the project has been running on time. The satellites are pretty much ready now at the Thales facility in Rome. We are going to start shipping them to Guyana, where Arianespace is going to launch next year. So the first launch, and we are going to have 2 launches, each one of 4 satellites. The first one is happening in May 2013, the second one in July 2013, and we will be in commercial service in Q3.
So that's a full commercial service?
Full commercial services, so we are less than a year away from commercial services.
Omar, thanks for talking to me today.
Thank you very much. Cheers.